Hello, animal enthusiasts. I am your host, Kai. In this video, we're going to go on a journey through time, where we explore some of the most fascinating prehistoric animals that ever roamed the Earth. Ever wondered what it was like to live among these giants? Or how these ancient beasts have influenced our modern world? Stay tuned to find out. Let's start with the first one here. If you're afraid of snakes, you might want to look away from this one. It is Titanoboa. Titanoboa was a massive prehistoric snake that lived about 60 million years ago, right after the dinosaurs went extinct. This ancestor of modern-day anacondas and boas weighed more than 1,100 kgs and measured nearly 42.7 feet. For perspective, the heaviest living snake, the green anaconda, weighs around 200 kgs on the upper side. Discovered in the early 2000s by the Smithsonian Tropical Research Institute and University of Florida students, they found 186 fossils of this giant snake in northeastern Colombia. At first, scientists only had some rib and backbone fossils, but later digs uncovered parts of the skull and teeth. It was the largest snake ever discovered at that time. Titanoboa was one of the biggest reptiles to evolve after the dinosaurs disappeared. While it was once thought to be a top predator, later evidence showed it likely mainly ate fish. You might recognize Titanoboa from video games like Ark Survival Evolved, where players can encounter and tame this impressive prehistoric creature. The next creature on our list is so old that it lived and thrived even before the dinosaurs. It is known as Helicoprion. This strange prehistoric fish lived about 290 million years ago. What made Helicoprion unique was its tooth whorl, a spiral arrangement of teeth in its lower jaw that helped it cut through its prey. Its circular saw-shaped tooth whorl likely helped Helicoprion feed on soft-bodied creatures and might have been used to break open the shells of cephalopods like nautiluses and ammonites. Most Helicoprion fossils come from the Phosphoria Formation in Idaho, with a significant number also found in the Ural Mountains of Russia. Despite many fossil finds, scientists are still not sure exactly what Helicoprion looked like, so there are various artistic guesses about its appearance. Its closest living relatives are chimeras, though they are quite different from Helicoprion. Helicoprion belongs to a very old group of sharks called Elasmobranchi, which also includes today's sharks and rays. This group has been around for over 400 million years, even before the first trees appeared on Earth. Okay, here's the next one. Shows about crocodiles and alligators have been a staple in pop culture for a while, but you've definitely never seen anyone wrangle this next beast that goes by the name Sarcosuchus. Often called the super croc, Sarcosuchus was a gigantic prehistoric reptile from 110 million years ago during the Cretaceous period. It roamed what is now Africa, particularly in ancient river systems and wetlands. This enormous croc-like creature could grow up to 40 feet long and weigh around 17,000 pounds. Sarcosuchus was twice as long and 17 times heavier than the saltwater crocodile, the present biggest croc species. One of Sarcosuchus's most impressive features was its powerful jaws, with teeth up to 8 inches long. Its bite force was one of the strongest among prehistoric reptiles, capable of crushing the bones of its prey. As an apex predator, Sarcosuchus likely hunted large fish, other reptiles, and possibly even small dinosaurs. It had a broad, flattened snout, which was different from modern crocodiles and may have helped it catch large prey in the water. Sarcosuchus was featured in the 2007 History Channel documentary Super Croc, which explored its life and hunting methods in dramatic detail. That was quite thrilling. Next one is a flying creature that was an iconic part of the Jurassic Park movies and was even cooler in real life. It is Dorygnathus. Dorygnathus was a pterosaur, a flying reptile that lived about 180 million years ago during the Jurassic period. With a wingspan of up to 5 feet, it was a small to medium-sized pterosaur compared to some of the giants from the same era. Dorygnathus had long, narrow jaws with sharp, needle-like teeth, which suggests it was an excellent fish eater. It probably skimmed the water's surface or dove to catch its prey. Its lightweight, aerodynamic body and long, slender wings made it well-suited for flight. Fossils of Dorygnathus have been discovered in what is now Germany, which was a coastal region full of fish and other small creatures during the Jurassic period. The pterosaur was first described in 1859 by the German paleontologist Hermann von Meyer. Its name, Dorygnathus, means spear jaw in Greek, highlighting its distinctive tooth structure. Let's move on to the next one. If you thought the movie Jaws was scary, you definitely wouldn't want to run into one of these guys that are known as Megalodon. Megalodon lived between about 23 and 3.6 million years ago, during the Miocene and Pliocene epochs. This giant shark was the largest that ever existed, reaching lengths of up to 60 feet and weighing as much as 50 tons. It was a top predator in the warm, shallow seas of its time. Megalodon had enormous serrated teeth that could grow over 7 inches long. These teeth were perfect for catching and killing large prey, like whales and big fish. Its bite was so powerful it could crush bones with ease. Most of what we know about Megalodon comes from its teeth and vertebrae, since shark skeletons are made of cartilage, which doesn't fossilize as well as bone. Fossilized Megalodon teeth are found fairly often, and are the main evidence we have of this prehistoric shark. Megalodon went extinct about 3.6 million years ago. Scientists think it may have died out due to climate change, cooler ocean temperatures, less prey, and competition from other marine predators like early great white sharks. While Megalodon was related to modern great white sharks, it was much larger and belonged to the same shark group called lamniforms. Megalodon has often appeared in popular media, such as the 2018 movie The Meg, where a megalodon is discovered living in the deep ocean. You must watch this movie if you haven't. Quite a thrill. Okay, here's our next one, woolly mammoth. Who doesn't love Manny from the Ice Age movies? The woolly mammoth is one of the most famous Ice Age animals, known for its impressive size and distinctive features. It continues to fascinate both scientists and the public, offering clues about past climates and megafauna. Woolly mammoths lived from around 400,000 to 4,000 years ago during the last ice age. These massive creatures were well adapted to cold environments, covered in thick fur with 2 layers, a dense undercoat for warmth and long, coarse guard hairs for protection. They also had long, curved tusks. As herbivores, woolly mammoths fed on grasses and other vegetation found in the cold tundra and steppe regions of the Pleistocene epoch. They roamed across northern Europe, Asia, and North America during this time. Woolly mammoths are closely related to modern elephants, and there are even discussions about using genetic engineering to bring them back. They went extinct around 4,000 years ago, and the exact reasons for their disappearance are still debated. Theories include climate change, human hunting, and habitat changes. Okay, here is another staple in pop culture. This is one kitty you do not want to pet. It is none other than saber-toothed tiger. Known scientifically as Smilodon, it is one of the most famous prehistoric predators. It is easily recognized by its large curved canine teeth, which could grow up to 8 inches long. These impressive teeth were used for delivering deadly bites to large prey, such as bison and young mammoths. Smilodon is thought to have been an ambush predator. It would use its powerful forelimbs and strong jaws to grab and hold onto its prey before delivering a killing bite to the neck or throat. While its teeth were sharp and effective for slicing, they were also somewhat fragile and not suited for crushing. Smilodon went extinct around 10,000 years ago at the end of the Pleistocene epoch. Scientists are still debating why it disappeared, with theories including climate change, habitat loss, and human hunting. Studying Smilodon helps scientists learn about the ecosystems of the late Pleistocene, including the relationships between predators, prey, and their environment. Our next creature comes straight from Game of Thrones. Remember the fearsome companions to the Stark family? Yes, we are talking about dire wolf. This large prehistoric wolf that lived between 125,000 and 10,000 years ago. Bigger than today's gray wolves, dire wolves had a more robust build and stronger jaws. They likely hunted in packs, similar to modern wolves, preying on large herbivores like bison, horses, and young mammoths. They coexisted with other large Ice Age animals such as mammoths, mastodons, and saber-toothed cats. Fossils of dire wolves are often found in the La Brea tar pits in California. Unlike modern wolves, dire wolves had shorter, stouter limbs, which may have influenced their hunting strategies. They went extinct around 10,000 years ago, likely due to a combination of climate change, changes in prey availability, and competition with early humans. The next animal is related to hippos, but not exactly in a way you can imagine. This massive beast is called Andrewsarchus. It is believed to be the largest meat-eating land mammals known to have existed, thanks to its incredible skull size that was nearly 3 feet long. This huge ancient mammal that lived around 45 to 34 million years ago during the late Eocene epoch. On the basis of proportional calculations by some experts, Andrewsarchus could have measured 12 feet long from head to tail, around 6 feet tall, and weighed around 2,200 pounds. It had a large head with a broad snout and strong jaws filled with big, sharp teeth, perfect for catching and eating other animals. As a fierce hunter, Andrewsarchus preyed on large herbivorous mammals that lived around the same time. Its strong jaws and sharp teeth suggest it was a top predator. It belonged to its own family, Andrewsarchidae, and scientists think it might be related to the ancestors of whales and hippos. Although this is still debated, it went extinct about 34 million years ago, likely due to changes in climate and the environment that made it difficult to find food. That was one hell of a massive prehistoric beast. Here comes the last one. Enhydriodon. Enhydriodon means otter tooth in ancient Greek. This giant prehistoric otter-like mammal lived about 15 to 10 million years ago during the Miocene epoch. One of the largest and most formidable semi-aquatic mammals of its time, Enhydriodon was roughly the size of a modern-day bear. It belonged to the family of Mustelidae, the same family as modern otters, weasels, and ferrets, but it was much larger and more powerful than today's otters. Enhydriodon was a fierce hunter with large teeth and strong jaws, suggesting it preyed on fish, birds, and possibly even small mammals in rivers and lakes. It lived in warm, freshwater environments and likely used its strong limbs and webbed feet to swim and hunt. Fossils of Enhydriodon have been found in Africa, particularly in regions that were once covered by freshwater lakes and rivers. Enhydriodon became extinct around 10 million years ago, likely due to climate and environmental changes, such as the drying up of lakes and rivers, which affected its habitat and food sources. From giant snakes to saber-toothed predators, each of these creatures played a unique role in their ecosystems and continues to baffle our imaginations today. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more such amazing content.